So, Dad and I are here in the Cannon Center on Brigham Young University's campus. Today is January 13th, 2018, because Seth just turned 14 yesterday. We're, enjoying some lunch together here at the Cannon Center. The remodeled Cannon Center, because the Cannon Center for me 22 years ago when I was a freshman here was not this. This is a full-on buffet. They got different stations. You can order different things. Anyway, so Dad, Gary Brown here, worked here at the Cannon Center when he was a student here. So Dad, tell me about some experiences when you worked here in this Cannon Center, although the pre-remodeled Cannon Center.
Okay, I built this down.
A lot of families come in here. We bring our kids in here because it's pretty cheap for me as a faculty to get lunch for them. So anyway, you can see the freshmen here as well. All their cell phones. Back in my day, we didn't have these cell phones. Anyway, so Dad worked here. He said there were a lot of older ladies that he worked with that kind of became friends with, and they talked to him about, what would they talk about, Dad? Would they talk about their marital woes or anything like that?
I don't
You'd hope that would not be the case, but
let me tell you the one experience that is the most memorable.
make sure I can hear you well. Good.
The most memorable experience I had here was getting rushed to the hospital.
Rushed to the hospital?
Yeah, because one of my duties was to clean the big pots, great big huge pots that they cook soup and stuff in. I had my head doing my duty, and I guess the heat and whatnot and the elevation caused some vessels to bleed.
You got a nosebleed?
Yeah, and they couldn't get it stopped, so they rushed me to the hospital because of that thing.
The hospital where Mike and Chris were born?
Yeah.
Down there in Fifth West?
Either that, to be honest with you.
Did they have a clinic? Like a student clinic?
They did have a student facility. They may have taken me there. To be honest with you, I don't know if it was which hospital I went to. But I was sort of embarrassed to have to go to the hospital for such a minor thing.
Yeah, it's funny. So how many years did you work here? Was it before or after you got married, or do you remember much about your experience working here?
Be after I got married, because I spent my freshman and sophomore years at Colorado State.
Before you went on your mission, right? You got back from your mission in mid 1962, right?
Right.
And you guys got married in September of '63.
That's right.
In the Salt Lake Temple, so about a year before you got married.
These elderly, I shouldn't say elderly, they weren't elderly, but these older ladies just discussed everything from soup to nuts, We just became good enough friends that they didn't reveal any shocking things or anything, but as I recall, one of them in particular was a divorcee, and he sort of used my shoulder to cry on.
Wow, it's a heavy load for a young man, recently returned missionary, to hear about that.
But we had such feelings of camaraderie among the cooks and student cooks that sort of like a second home there for me. Really significant relationships.
It's great.
In fact, I wish I'd give anything to meet those folks again. Maybe who knows in the future. But it was a good experience.
Good. I worked at the Morris Center, which was a cafeteria up at Deseret Towers. It's since been remodeled to just be like an office space. The Morris Center used to be cafeteria. So we share that in common, Dad. Working in the cafeteria.
Yeah.
I worked there for a year after my mission.
Did you really?
Yeah. I actually refill the milk, big milk containers, like the chocolate milk over there that we got. Refill those and restock cereals and stuff.
I sort of, in a way, felt prestigious because I was just following orders, but I helped the cooks with whatever they needed done.
Yeah.
Like the soup situation, and cleaning and anything like that. Of course, I was
regularly tasked to clean. Yeah, that was my main job. It actually was my shift was like half during the lunch, like at the second half of the lunch period, and then like an hour after cleaning. So my first half, I restock things. I didn't cook anything, but restock, like I mentioned, milk and cereals or whatever, juices. But then after that, the main task was to mop the whole cafeteria, sweep and mop the whole cafeteria.
Another tidbit of my experience here was our bosses, full-time employees. I don't know how can I describe it. I shouldn't talk in a condescending way about it, but they were, I don't know how to explain it. They were not highly thought of by the cooks and by everybody that worked in the cafeteria. But that might be just a traditional, common feeling towards your superior, but there's some real strong feelings about those guys from the cooks and associate cooks and whatnot.
Yeah.
It really was weird. As I think of it now, I can't remember their names, of course, but
Yeah.
I sort of tried to be a little bit of a buffer between the cooks who were unhappy about everything that happened. They're sort of negative in ways, but I thought it was a great place to work. Very convenient, right close to the campus, walking distance, for my classes. So.
Yeah. That's good. That was 50 plus years ago because you graduated from BYU with your bachelor's in '64 and moved to Sacramento in '65, right? And so
66.
66, you moved to Sacramento?
I finished my master's in '66 and moved right to Sacramento.
You finished your master's before you moved to California?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so you must have come back for Chris's birth, right? Because you must have been living in Sacramento in mid '66, and then she was born in December of '66.
Yeah, the reason we saved money, it only cost $100 here at this Provo hospital to have Christine, whereas out in Sacramento, in California, it was many times that.
Yeah.
So it was financially advantageous to fly her back. But we couldn't drive her because she was in her last month of pregnancy.
Yeah.
So she flew back to have Christine here at Provo Hospital.
Uh-huh. Wow.
That's another reason, I guess, that in a way I think I have good feelings about Provo. It's sort of like a second home to me.
Yeah.
Because I did finished my education here. Had those two kids here. Had the beginning of our marriage together here. So Provo is really a significant place to me. And now you're here. That's great.
Well, I mean, I always sensed that Provo was a very nostalgic place for you and Mom. Every time we come up to Utah, you'd always want to swing through here. And
I should say, yeah, our friends that were in our wards when we were here are still. One of them surviving. She's about the only one left alive. Lives right here, a few blocks from the campus. And her husband Bill, we were good friends, and we go to football games and whatnot together. We got very shrunk. Elaine shrunk together, Bill and Elaine. But Bill died unexpectedly several years ago now, and so Elaine has been alone. So Josie and I have visited a few times. although Josie is somewhat reticent to retrace the steps that Mom and I had taken. Got to be real careful not to cause her to feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Taking the steps of my first wife.
Yeah.
Following the steps of my first wife.
Well, anything else about the Cannon Center, Dad? Any other stories or experiences or
Let's see.
anecdotes or happenings?
You know, I didn't start.
About
I
story.
didn't start my journal seriously until 1970. So I don't have a written record of anything before 19. Well, I shouldn't say anything. I do have things that I recall, but I wish I had been keeping a journal as soon as I got back to my mission. Didn't do it.
Yeah.
Didn't do it. So there was that gap between 66 and 70, and I don't have records. And my memory, being a lousy memory, a good part of my life was lost. I sure see the wisdom in. I'm a real, as you probably know, I'm a real convert to the idea of journals.
Yeah.
President Kimball was a very strong advocate of journals.
Yeah. I know you are. I think I got my zeal for journal keeping probably from you, I assume.
Mm-hmm. Now I feel bad that I didn't keep a journal when we were first married. We were married 4 years before I started journal writing. But anyway, I should cry over spilt milk.
Yeah.
But we had some of my strongest memories about BYU happened in that the Smith Field House.
Yeah.
But that was really.
Do you remember that I recorded you talking in the Smith Field House in like 2009 or 10? Somewhere in there. I was here for 2 different conferences, one year after the other, and I recorded you there.
Yeah, those are thrilling. In fact, I was just thinking about that the other night as I was watching BYU on television. Men's basketball, it brought back those memories of going to the West Field House before the games. And had long lines of students in line waiting to get in, hoping to get in. And then they had a car. They normally had an old trash car that we hit with a sledgehammer.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get into the field house. Oh, yeah.
Fire up the fans with violence and aggression before the big game.
Well, I would go to one of the classrooms and study, do my reading before the main game started.
Yeah.
But it was. I've never experienced an athletic event with so much enthusiasm as happened in that West Field House. I mean, the field house.
Yeah. All right, Dad. Well, thanks.
Okay.